Hey guys, BAKD here. Today we're going to take out the Jupiter Gnosis for a little bit of PvP and see if we can slap some cheeks with this baby. I did get this ship free with one of the events going on. Under the Omega special deal, I have purchased a total of 421 days in Omega Duo bundles. Now it gave me all the way up to 360 here, which gave me the core for it, and it gave me some modules, lots of skill points, etc. It gave me some modules to fit on the ship, which are a little bit lower tiered. Other than the drones, the modified Vespas, have a little bit better DPS than the regular drones. But if we look at the Gnosis here, it is kind of like a hybrid ship. I went with missiles and drones, but you have 3 drone slots, 4 missiles, 3 mids, and 5 lows. You get 25% missile torpedo damage, which is only a roll bonus. You can't increase that per level or anything, so it's a decent amount of DPS. 50% drone DPS, that just adds just a little bit on top. The cool thing about this ship is you have a very low minimum scan radius and narrow resonance scanner radius. It also is a great support ship, and you can put a command burst module on it as well. So that's really cool. The stats are pretty crummy on this thing. The power grid is fairly low. The flight velocity is piss poor. It can go decently fast, I guess, but I'll show you how I built her in a second. Our source radius is pretty large. If we look at our Explorer here, our minimum scan is 91 and our scan radius is 154. So if you slotted a scan rig on here, you're going to be scanning like crazy in this thing. So I built this to take it out and brawl with some people. I only have 500 DPS. It's decent for a Battlecruiser. I went with 4 C-type medium rapids at 18 kilometers. I'm going to be up in their face brawling. A Predator Disruptor at 30 kilometers. A Federation Scram at 13 kilometers. I want to be right up in there. If they are scrammed, my Vespas will be able to hit slower moving targets as long as they don't have an afterburner or whatnot, so it should be good. C-type medium micro warp drive, C-type capacitor battery, 2 adaptive invulnerability shields, and a large C-type shield booster for 914 shield per pump. Our capacitor is at only 55 seconds, so that is only maintainable with my capacitor battery. Going into the capacitor itself, the entire pool is 3,700. Now, to fly this ship, of course, you only need Battlecruiser skills and whatever turret or missiles you're going into, along with some drone skills. I have 4-3 in medium drones and 4-4 in medium missiles, so the DPS on this thing can go up from here. Going into my nanocore that I got for free, and I got nanocore upgrade stuff, so I went with a little bit extra capacitor, missile damage, and then our next one is also more damage or velocity. The velocity is probably what you'd want to go for. In my opinion, velocity is pretty good, but I'm not going to go any further on that. Now, rig-wise, since this is kind of a hybrid ship, I went with a bay loading accelerator to shoot my missiles 10% faster, 10% activation time on my drones, and I put a EM screen reinforcer so I can hold up my shields as long as possible. You can really do anything in these slots. I would probably go with some flight velocity just because how slow this thing is, a polycarbon, and even a micro warp drive negative capacitor usage would be good on this as well. Even some capacitor multiplier or even like a CCC would be decent, but I went with all flight velocity, 2 tier 2s and 1 tier 1 just to try to get this thing faster. Something really cool about this, it has all 28 across the board on resistances, all 32 across the board on armor, and all 33% on your structure there, which is kind of odd, but let's go ahead and just undock and see our hot stats real quick.
Undocking.
Alright, so let's activate our micro warp drive and our shields. We have 54k EHP, which is pretty good. 80% EM and 69% across the board there. Pretty decent for tanking. If we fight a laser ship, we should win, no doubt, with 80% resistances there. Our flight velocity with 3 velocity rigs is 1300, so that's decent for a Battlecruiser, I guess. That'll hopefully get us on top of the 30 kilometers we need for our disruptor. So yeah, that is my build, and we're going to go out and scan some people and hopefully slap some cheeks. Let's try the old slingshot here. And should be that one. There we go. Warp in at 100 kilometers. Let's see if he was AFK or
Warp
not.
drive active.
Give him the old AFK check. A pretty cool looking ship. Let's see if we can stand toe to toe with a prophecy. Okay. Let's orbit at 0. Looks like we are doing decent DPS. He has shields. And prophecy is targeting me now. Putting some work into him. Our cap is going fairly low. I'm going to wait to get a little bit lower to use my cap battery. Oop, didn't need to scan there. So let's pop our cap battery and start pumping back up. Good. Got a lot of elites on us. Can probably turn this off so we stop getting gangbanged. 50% shield, we should be good. He does have 2 Nosferatus, and there we go. Let's loot this guy up. And let's get out of here.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Uh-oh. This is not good. Good indeed. Died. Good fight. Let's check out our prophecy kill. Had some Undertaker mediums, 185 mil. Not too bad. Now let's see what we lost. A Gnosis, 1.1 bill. I'm not repairing this. What in the Jiminy Cricket are they smoking? Oof. Holy smokes. 1.1 bill. F that. Well, guys, that was an unfortunate series of events. The Elite Hurricane scrammed me and I couldn't get away. I got a pretty juicy kill, but I was hoping to PvP on this all night and get together a nice compilation, but unfortunately I died. I'm probably not going to be repairing this ship. I'm not going to be using it. Now, if you were to go ratting in this, it does not get drone range. It's only 27 kilometers, very low skilled. So it's not really a range tank. This is kind of a up in your face type ship. It warps pretty quickly. I ended up swapping out a velocity rig for a inertia, polycarbon 2 there. It was able to warp at 4 seconds align time, which is pretty good. I was warping around pretty quick, searching systems. One of the cool benefits is getting the extremely low resonance scanner. It really drops. I have 554 skills in scanning, and on top of its ship's bonuses was really nice. If you are going to be ratting though, I would either do torpedoes. You can do medium missiles, which will hit kind of like a truck. You probably want to swap for a web, maybe a target painter depending on which weapon you're going to use, and definitely a Nosferatu because the capacitor isn't the best on this ship. I am only 4.4 Battlecruiser engineering, so take that into account. You can also mess around with some of the rigs to try to get it a little bit more cap stable, but just putting a Nosferatu on this and being within like 10 kilometers kind of brawling would definitely make this a pretty strong ship. But overall, I think this is going to go toe-to-toe with a lot of ships. I would have really liked to fight like a Drake or something toe-to-toe and see if I could put some work in. I know Drakes can get a little bit higher DPS, but having drones and missiles is a pretty cool idea. This is a really cool hybrid ship in my opinion. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you guys can get your Gnosis soon as well and try it out. The estimated price on this I think is a little bit high, to be honest, but that's how it goes. 1.1 bill and a 3,000 IP repair cost, but that is what it is. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.